We're back at Swan Hill Dragway for day 4 of Street Machine Drag Challenge. Conditions are perfect today. There aren't even any flies here, though they are coming. We're going to see some records today because the track is looking fantastic. So let's send it. Only 2 passes this morning, you're out of here. How'd you go?
Yeah, very good. First pass, 75 I think it was, with a pedal about half track, heading towards the wall. Then second pass went back out there and went 765, about 180, so seems to be pretty well. It's PB for the car, and we'll move on to Calder Park and see if we can. I don't think we're going to go any quicker there, but we'll just try to get a safe pass in there tomorrow afternoon, and hopefully we'll leave it like that.
So obviously the conditions were very nice here this morning. What do you guys do in terms of preparation for the car and also adjusting to the conditions?
To start with, the car's pretty much race ready as it is. We just change wheels and tyres, plug a fuel pump in and put the parachute on it, so and then it's ready to race. So when we get here, we try to look at the track as best we can to see what it will hold and what we can try to put at it. And with Holly Dominator and Jeff from Street Built, just work together and try to get a tune up in it that we think will hold. And last couple of days seems to work. You know, our track in Perth pretty good, but we've had yesterday and this morning's definitely been better here. So knowing that, we just pretty much just turn it up and hopefully it holds the track, which it has. So.
And what did you do to the 8th mile today?
I think it was 497, so pretty much the same as yesterday. So.
Wow, so she's pretty dialed in.
Yeah, she's pretty good. It's, like I said, it's probably like the 8th or 9th full pass on the car since completing it, and it seems to be working so far. So hopefully this, as you know, this is the last drive. Anything can happen, so we'll just take it easy and see if we can get the Calder for tomorrow, and yeah, just try and lay a normal pass down.
Excellent plan. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Did you have any dramas on the way over last night?
It wasn't too. We left the track in daylight. That was pretty cool. We drove to the pub at the checkpoint. We melted a couple of relays on the fuel pump and the fans because they're working hard. But apart from that, old Poppy did all right.
Just incredible. And you've come out here and run the fastest and second fastest passes.
Yeah, we just got to slap these boys around a bit in their little small blocks and just let them know who the big dog is. Old Poppy,
Certainly come a long way since that first drag challenge in 2015.
Yeah, well, actually, all I wanted to do the whole game this week was just driving the gate at Calder on Friday night, because the last 2 years I've had the saddest little teenage boy with me when we couldn't finish it, and it's the worst feeling in your life to let your children down. So as long as we can get there driving the gate, we can break the beams at Calder. I know we're winning, that's cool, but yeah, that's all I want to do. If we finish tomorrow night, I'll be wrapped.
So first pass, you come out run a 7.5.
Yep.
And then it's getting hotter. What do you do to try and beat that?
Well, we just had a bit of a look at our data where we could maybe put some more in or take some more out, and just you hope for the best. And that time we put a little bit more in the middle of the track where it was a bit slow before, and it just rattled the tyres a bit. So got the last trip today, and hopefully nothing major happens, and we'll be all good.
All right, buddy. Have a safe trip. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, boys.
Right, I'm here with Daniel Cassar from Fast Lane Speed Shop in Ballarat. Daniel builds a lot of high-end show cars, a lot of really flash things, but he's here in a matte black 32 badass Pro Street coupe that is currently leading Tough Mount's Outlaw Aspirated. Now your background in racing is in nostalgia, front engine dragsters. You've basically taken that engine straight out of your dragster, dropped it in this coupe, yeah?
Definitely. Haven't touched it. It's actually my brother-in-law's old engine, Matt Forbes, who won Super Gas. I think it was back in 2013, and the motor still has not had a spanner pulled off it, heads haven't been pulled off it. It's other than oil changes, it's just been put into my dragster, ran a few, dozen times or so, and it's been pulled out of that and put straight into this, oil change again. We're still racing.
That's a magic motor. So this car's kind of an old race car that you've freshened up?
Definitely, yeah. Another good friend of mine who actually originally built the car for himself as a race car. Long story short, it's now in my hands. I've naturally re-changed the car, bar the paint, suspension front to rear, total running gear, roll cage mods. It was more a race car built before, but I've sort of turned it into a street rod that I can still go fast, still drive on the street and go to work, or go out on a Friday night downtown.
So how fast and how many cubes?
It's 406 cube. It's it's gone 986 today. We do expect it to go faster, but just getting out of the ground is the hardest bit of it at the moment. The engine itself is nowhere near its full potential. There's a lot more there, but I just want to be conservative and get down the track and try and get these numbers flowing through. But it's tough out there. There's other fast cars, and it only takes one of them to pull a quick number off, and you can fall from the top to the bottom pretty easy.
All right, Adam Rogash, you've been at every single drag challenge. The first year you were crewing with Luke. Since then you've had your own car here each and every year. In previous years, just to run 1.7 during the whole event would make people lose their minds. Today we've had almost 10 7-second passes today. That's pretty incredible progress, isn't it?
Yeah, it's come a long way, that's for sure. I remember last year was a big thing. We were all trying to run 7s because I ran them the 2 years before that. And it was only myself, Terry Sang, from memory, that had the red hat. So yeah, to be honest with you, I'm pretty happy to run 7s in 2 different cars at Drag Challenge.
And then I think Jared would have got one, but we're going to need to give out a lot of 7-second hats on Friday to the people who finish. You've got to finish to get that hat.
So I've been told that there's only 1 hat per person. Cars don't matter, so I don't get a second red hat.
You've got to aim next for 200 miles an hour and then a 6-second. That's where you aim to get another hat.
Yeah, that's a big ask, but I'm sure next year something like that's going to happen.
I feel like I gave you an extra hat when your boy came along.
You did give one to the Drag Week baby, little Geordie.
How's he going?
Yeah, Kilo turns 1 on Monday, so obviously this time of year is his birthday. We had to fly back last year so I could be in the birthing suite, putting a tune into the car for Johnny Biller to get down. My wife still doesn't let me forget that. But,
and you came third?
Yeah, and we come third overall, so that's pretty good. But yeah, today we've been sitting in 3rd place up until today. Lorenzo's knocked us down to 4th now, but mate, I'm not disappointed to go slower than someone like that. Those boys have really put in the hard yards and got that thing working, so just hats off to that crew as well.
Good on you, mate. All right, big trip to call the 400Ks. We'll see you there tomorrow.
We will do, mate. See you there.
So we got Harry comes in and does a 750 at 174, which was the quickest pass ever on Drag Challenge. Then Frank comes and lays down a 736 at 192, which is the quickest and fastest pass on Drag Challenge ever. So now Frank's in the lead by 0.022 of a second, so that's 22 hundredths of a second. So it's going to go right down to the wire. Well done, fellas.
You don't like that?
Let's go to the pub.
Frank, 7:36 at 192 miles an hour. That's the quickest and fastest pass in the 5 years of Drag Challenge. How are you feeling?
I'm emotionally wrecked. This has been a crazy week and it's not even over yet. So we have thrashed all day and could not get it together to save my life. and to come out in the heat of the day and I mean, I'm more thankful that I did it just to give my boys that have busted their asses, just to give them something back and say thank you, as well as, you know, get in front of Harry.
You have snuck just in front of Harry overall. So last night, any dramas on the way here?
No, we had a nice drive. We actually caught up with Harry at the pub and we all had a meal together. And I mean, that's what makes Drag Challenge so amazing. I'd never thought it would be this family orientated where guys just want to help guys and, you know, people get together at the end of the day and have a meal. It's fantastic. It's just mind-blowing.
That's an amazing time and you worked hard for it today. What are some of the things you played around with?
We came out on the first pass when, you know, we got here early. All the guys prepped the car last night and we got here early thinking the track would be on kill this morning, and it was. The guys did a great job and we went our PB 60 foot, which for a leaf sprint car, 116 in Australia, I don't know where it stands, but it's got to be high up as a, you know, close to a record. But it carried the wheels in second gear and I started drifting towards the wall, so I got off it. Thought that's easy fix, I've done that before. Went back, we added a bit of weight to the front of the car and Joe from ProFab, my chassis guy, gave me a few tips on what to do. We went out and the track had started going away. You know, there's 200 odd cars here lined up. By the time you get to the start line, it just couldn't get it together. The track had gone away, we spun. So, you know, we got together with Joe, we made some more changes and until the 7-3.
What a day. We were expecting big things here at Swan Hill Dragway. These guys specialise in track prep for radial cars. We had great conditions in the morning and it all came together. We had at least 8 7-second passes, which is insane for genuine street cars that have been put through a hell and back route from track to track. And to come out here and run 7s in the heat of the day, that's just crazy. Frank Marchese has set new drag challenge records for speed and ET. He's now in number 1 in the XW Fairmont, followed by Harry Haig, relegated to 2nd in the HQ. Lorenzo Galotto, he nipped in front of Adam Rogash to get 3rd place in his VL Calais. Now they have a 400-kilometre trip back to Calder, where we'll start racing tomorrow at 3 p.m, finish up at 9. We'll see you there.
Working hard?
Yeah, hard.
Making Zoran do all the work over here.
Hey, gee, you can do all the work while I watch your knee.
How's he got these plugs coming off in there?